What's up, guys? This is Let's Play first video. Woo! Alrighty. So, promised on stream to someone that I make a little guide for Zed. So, I'm gonna make it here for you. So, as much as this is probably not the certain build that people would usually give, this is my usually tank one. I'll go through different runes and everything for you. But for now, we'll start off with the basics of Zed. So, basics being your Q, raise a shuriken. This will be a Q in a certain direction, like this. And you guys, I'm gonna level myself up to 3 at the least. Where is? I'm so dumb. I'll get something myself 4. So, your basic E, basic thing. Most basic of the combos you're gonna learn is easily the WEQ. That's that. So that for early game, what you're gonna really do is when the minions come in, you're gonna probably position yourself like right here. You're not gonna really cross the line. Saying like if it's like a range character or something. Most of the basics of your abilities is gonna basically for almost every trade you're gonna go for a WEQ. You're not gonna really use that too much. You're usually gonna trade with like a Q or come up if you can and E them. But different ways you're gonna be using your WEQ. If they literally don't really move anywhere, you can get it off quick enough. You're gonna do that. Almost very rarely are you ever gonna throw your E before your Qs. Your Qs are slower animation than your E. You're gonna try. You have always. Goddamn, I'm stuttering. So make sure you always land your Qs. Your Qs are the bane of your damage. So that's 128. Also, take into account if there's gonna be a minion coming in the way, they can easily drive between it. You're gonna lose 50 of your damage. So it'll be reduced down to 77. But make sure you land your Qs. Now, in the case of actually doing stuff, say if you're like running Conqueror and stuff, not Conqueror, Electrocute, you'll never always want to do that. What am I doing? You're always gonna want to start like that. Now, if you are running Electrocute, it is recommended so that if they move to the side, you throw it like that. Because your E's gonna catch here, they're gonna move away if either of those ways. So you could also take it as well. Make it a gap closer, like this. It's very risky, especially if they have a point blank stun. Usually you'll want to keep yourself at bay like that. But most of the time you'll go at like an angle where you can just now if you're running there's also a couple things where you can throw your E. Yeah, you do it right as you're doing it. Wait a second.
What I have done cannot be undone.
And then you've got Q's like you fade back to. Another thing you can also do is also another mechanic you do as Zed is you can W, position yourself better, like flash here. I'll put it right there, or I'll level myself up here. Level 6. Also max your Q. If you're playing Zed, make sure you max your Q.
Brave the shadows.
So
find the truth.
you can R. So it's already set right there. Oh, I didn't take it. W. Take that there. And it moves your shadow there. Recasting your shadow is going to put it into a different place. So always be careful. So like if you're tower diving someone, let's put a guy right there. You're tower diving. Say they go right there. God, I'm messing up right now. So you're gonna dive them. They get right there. Flash our back. Oh man, I'm doing this wrong. Ah. Jesus. Let's do this. So you can be safe. W here. RN. Then you can do your damage from out here. Or another thing you can do here. If you really want to risk it. Take it out farther. And you can throw it out to that. But you're usually gonna like by like not trying to risk anything. If you really want to dive. You'll take no damage from the trade, but at the same time you'll kill. Making sure you land like double of your moves is going to allow you to refund due to the living shadow passive. Zed's going to gain 30 energy whenever he and his shadow strike an enemy with the same ability. So I turn this off. You got this right here. So that's that. And you see me regaining some after each of them. That's 40, so I'm gaining back every time that I'm gaining back 30 energy. So I'm not having as much as I'm hitting both of them. And that's especially important if you're running your Razor Shuriken, because it's 65 right now. I'm only level 6, so that's 65 each. So just using this combo, I've already used a combined of 100, like 105. So you doing that, where you WEQ and hitting both your Qs, revives back 30. So it's like very important that you hit all of them. Also knowing when to W and when not to W is like very important. So ward right here.
Kept our weapons wasted.
Say you got someone that's coming here. This is the jungler, and you know you're very low. You're not level 6 yet. Say, taking into account that I am level 6, but I'm not level 6 in the situation that I am not level 6. I'm not gonna always want to go for that because I do this. All my moves are down, and he's already coming in. He can come in and gank me here, saying that I'm right here. Now, if you're pushed up like this, and you know you can go for a quick trade, or you can go for an all-in, and let's move that right there. You can not like that. You'll go for that. Another thing, another good basic I could tell you about is if you are running Conqueror, you're gonna have to try to stack Conqueror as much as you can. So if you can come up, auto ER, fade away another auto, that would have killed right there. So they're 1,000 health.
Without a sound.
You gotta maximize. Because for melees right now, 2 stacks, 1 auto, 2 stacks for ability. So what you're going to want to do, auto ER, back auto Q, and you just killed him. 1,000 damage right there, that's it. So let's go back. So now your cooldowns are not going to come out as fast because I'm using this. So you're going to want to like space out how much you want from time to time. So I'm going to go with the basic of these two. Lethality.
Truth lies in darkness.
Some people don't always And some people will tell you to like rush Mythic. There's certain situations when you don't run Mythic first, because if you're going Prowler's Mythic, go for it as much as you can. You go for any of these as much as you can, because Mythic does give you some type of an advantage. But if you can like run a Ravenous, or you run like a Collector, you have like assurance on damage and then kills, let alone armor pen from either of these.
Will soon fall.
No one cares.
Tradition is the corpse of wisdom.
But let's try it again. So this is gonna be what you're gonna do. You're gonna have to be like really quick with your stuff. But like, given the time that you take on Zed, I've gotten a lot of time on Zed right now. But given the time, because that's like too slow. That's way too slow on your side. So a lot of people I've seen, they'll do that and have everything set up before. You don't want to do that. You want to be like really quick with that. He would have flashed over. That's exactly where you wanted to get it. So let's try it again.
Balance is
I didn't take my from my R there. Even if you do play a lot of Zed, there's times where you're gonna goof up, and it's bound to happen. Champions pretty skilled to a point, but even at that, there's some things that even Zed mains, like you go out, you watch some LL Stylish and stuff, who have had a lot of years, a lot of hours on Zed, and even them from time to time will goof up. Also, do take into account when you are, you have a split second. So let's count it here. I haven't accounted before, but you have a certain amount of time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 3. That you're gonna have a mark back on them. So you had 3 seconds once you get out of your mark. So you have that, and then you have 3 seconds after the damage is gonna relapse. So all that damage you're gonna deal is gonna come back on them. So setting this off to the side is gonna make it a lot easier for yourself. And if you know a jungler is in the area, say he's like right here, try to situate yourself so that thing is easier for you. Because if he's like right here, positioned right there, boom, he's dead and you have a getaway. Or if you do have a potential tower dive and you know someone's nearby, or if you don't know he's nearby, keep your flash up at all times. It's not bad to always... Oh, I was not paying attention myself. But at least another key thing that even I, from time to time, will slip up on. Please see watch of your timers. Always make sure you have everything that you need up for the dive before you do it, so you don't make the mistake I do. Boom. You kill him and you get a getaway.
The truth lies in darkness.
So re-basic on it. Hitting just that's already 4 stacks. Refresh all my stuff.
Tradition is
Even
the
a
corpse of wisdom.
that's 4 stacks. So as long as you that's conquer right there. W E Q double. Remember, it's a double Q to stack that fully, and then another auto after it. So you can easily like buffer a lot of autos into it, and it will all collapse back in. Oh, another thing, and your tries to all in, make sure you at least try to at least land 1 auto below so that your passive procs. that's gonna kill right there. So now we've covered those things. Let's cover into pass the Prowler's Claw. It's the most basic core thing of Zed is to have this. Because this gives you another dash that you don't have to use your W, so you can just boom. Boom. That's already 10 stacks. You didn't even do much. So I'm fairly certain that this stacks Conquer. That stacks Conquer right there. So you can... And he's already dead there because he's 1000 HP.
Wasted.
Definitely look at the conditions before you go in. That's the thing of Zed. Through time, you will eventually develop the thing where you like RM, and you know that's gonna kill. You already know. It gives you a little like display, like say it's almost 3 seconds, and it's like still there, and like it's not trying to collapse yet, because it already has the mark on it. They're already gonna die. It'll collapse. You'll see the little shuriken above him. But like through time, you'll like learn how his damage works and how his relapse works, so that you can do what I just did and know he's gonna die. There's gonna be times from time to time where they're gonna have a stopwatch. They're gonna have barrier. They're gonna have things for that, but that's like through time that of your experience, you're gonna learn how to do these things. It takes time to learn how all these things work and work with each other, but that's how it is. So now we've covered all that stuff. Now we get into some like items combos. So you can boom, easy as hell. That's like fairly easy. For B combo is WQ. You have your
the shadows.
Prowler's EQ. You have set up aside. Oh, I need to start doing that now, don't I? You have your W Prowler's EQ, which sets you up with 10 stacks of Conqueror, but is a very efficient. If you are running Electrocute, definitely rush this first. Ionian Boots, if you can get that first, yeah, it's recommended. That's right there, 20 ability haste, plus you get 12 off of your summon spells. Just having an Ignite on Zed and a Flash on Zed is very important, because there's going to be situations where you need that. A lot of situations you're going to use Ignite to get them lower, so that your R will relapse and kill them. Because they can get like really close. And you know that's not gonna kill. Use the Ignite, get it low. Or what you'll do is you'll stack all that damage, and right before they escape, you can like, Ignite them before going away. But another thing, Prowlers are WQ. Or wait a couple seconds. Auto R. WEQ. Not WEQ. What was that? R. E into Q. Fairly simple, very basic. So say you're right. This is my tank. So not all the time are you gonna run Prowlers. There are times where you are going to solely and simply just build an Eclipse. Easy damage going in, and shielding to make an initial for you. So for these kind of builds, you're going to run Eclipse, you're going to run into a Ravenous, you're going to go Black Cleaver. Lots of people will say Ravenous is not important. I will beg to differ on that, because the max stacks that you're going to get off of this is 40. So that's what, 0.5? That's about 0.5. That's 8 AD. So you basically get 70 AF off of this, which it's not too bad. Saying that that's extra AD for yourself, saying that you're getting more because you're melee. It's good. It's lifesteal. It's no longer the Omnivamp. It's not gonna be too bad, but it's still like a very core item to Zed itself. And as soon as you have these, you'll usually want to confirm your kills with a collector. Depending if if their enemy team has a lot of shields, you'll run Serpent's Fang. If their enemy team gets like a lot of vision, you'll run an Umbral Glaive to make sure that you aren't seen. You'll run an Edge of Night strictly for a team that is really tanky, because that first engage that they put on you is like very important to not get hit by. And there are times where you cannot get away from it because it's a point and click. Say it's like a Pantheon on the team. He's gonna point on you with a W, but you're not gonna be stunned and you can go immediately into their combo. Especially if, like, say Pantheon W's you. Yeah, you can R the minute he W's, but at the same fact, you're still gonna be vulnerable to the things that are gonna be coming after it, because your thing hasn't come down. Be very careful on when you use your R and when you use your W's. That's like another key thing on that. I recommend maxing your E for your W. A lot of people max their W because they want their thing to come back faster. I max E because I max E second. I put this to like 4. I don't necessarily max it, but I put it to 4, and then I put some into W. Because your E is going to be a lot of your damage, because that's the ones you're going to confirm hitting. Because you're going to be on them and you're going to be hitting an E. The Q is very rarely going to get hit. Shit.
No technique.
Because people are going to... They're going to find ways to dodge these things or just not take damage from it. So, this is all of that. Let's make this guy tanky. Actually, what we'll do is we'll give this guy some health. Basic AC around this time is about 17, 18.
Balance is weakness.
Him will be around... Why are you not gaining health? Oh, because I'm selected on him. You'll have around 24. You'll have some pretty decent tank. So let's give him about...
The shadows
that.
have
So now our
led
cut
me.
down is gonna I'm running last stand. Your cut down is gonna attribute like 10 to 15% more damage. You're gonna run sudden impact. Because that's every time you come out of it. But also, so let's notice on how much damage you deal to him. He's got no armor. You can pretty much just kill him with just that. But you're not doing as much to him with that. Boom, instant kill. As for this person, give me a second. As to him, you'll have, since you have Cleaver, it's not going to be an instant kill. So you're going to deal about 1500 damage. Share about damage for him.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
Yeah. And I land my auto on him, he's dead. But there are certain cases, so say they have flash, you're going to R him. They flash, I'll give you here, auto, you're out. And he's pretty much dead. Yeah. So that's one thing there. So, not too squishy of a team. but they've got someone that deals a decent amount of damage. You can run this. I'm not 100% recommend running it. I'll still always run a cleaver because that little bit of damage, that is still a little bit of damage that you can get more on someone. So the other build you can go is Prowlers, Collector, and for this one you'll run a Yamus. This is basically like the basics of stuff. You're usually gonna run a Ravenous. You're usually gonna run like a Cleaver or Collector. This is like the basic stuff that you can run on Zed. Also, pardon any of my squeaking in the background. Sorry for that. But you're gonna usually use this for your rotating and everything. This is probably around like your third, fourth item. You're not gonna really run it second. You're not gonna really run it third all the time. So it's gonna be like your third or fourth item. So like I'm roaming, and you can press. Boom. Boom. Also, thing, when you use Prowlers, hide the animations of some of your things. You can Prowler Z. It'll be a very, very swift move. Let's go. Another thing to recommend if you're Prowlers, you can R. Because you Prowlers EQ increases your input damage and that. Because they take more damage at the end of it. Another thing you can do with your Prowlers at the end of it. Boom. Increase the damage. Boom, they take more damage on the last little bit. I like using my Prowlers. Say they dash away here. Boom. I can R. They dash, they flash. Boom. He's dead. Another build you go on Zed is Dustblade. Usually in this, you won't be running a Ravenous. In this build on him, for this, you're not gonna be running that. You're gonna be letting a Surreal Disc for the slow, and then which one was the item? Let me find it. It's number plate. So this is gonna be like your quick assassin. Like this is a super squishy team where they're mobile. They're very mobile and they're very squishy. So you're gonna come in. Usually you'll grab. Let me go back. You'll grab an Oracle because you're always gonna want this to be up. Yeah, that means that you're not spotted by the ward at all. Come in. So say he doesn't see me at all. Come up here. Edge of Night procs. Boom. He's dead. Always land that Dustblade auto. That Dustblade auto is going to be the beginning of your thing. For those kind of ult, you're going to ult, auto, Q. Boom. Always proc that, because every time you kill someone, it's going to be reduced. And it's refreshed. And I think it's going to have like a 3-second refresh on it. And you can kill it on the next person. So we got those down. Also some I'll make another video where it'll be like some off meta builds that I do. Some of that. Nothing too much, nothing too fancy. So what I'll do here is I will swap over to Electrocute and right, we can swap over Electrocute and get that little tutorial done. I'm gonna have to edit how each of these go in. let's go more into this.
The shadows have enlightened
Let's
me.
do that, cut that, and let's get out. Go away. Go away. Bam.
Welcome to Summoner's
So now,
Rift.
key electrocute. You're gonna have to go as with this one. You're gonna have to play really fast.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Boom, electrocute. So how electrocute works on him: 3 separate attacks within 3 seconds. You're gonna have to take a very quick trade on it. Usually, if you're running electrocute, you're not gonna always run W first. You're gonna run E. You're gonna run your E second, not W first. You're gonna run Q and E. But there are certain circumstances we're gonna play against someone that's ranged. That one you're usually gonna run a W first, W second, not W first. You're gonna run that W second to make sure that you can proc those two Qs and then auto. But say we level up. Boom. In this case, you're this. Auto EQ. Boom. Let's refresh that. Or you're gonna have electrocute proc there. It's gonna be a pretty decent trade. So let's restart the game. There. Let's level up, shall we? Now you have WQ. That's that. Or simple as that. So now we got level 6. These trades are really simple. Simple trade. Electrocute's going to be a very, very fast-paced build that you're going to have to go with. You're going to have to be very quick on your trades. So, pretty simple. Things you usually run with this is your E.
Minions have spawned.
For your E, you're going to run Chief Shot because this is triggered through impaired movement or actions, which is a slow in general. You're always going to run, when you're running this, you're going to run a eyeball collection because it's better for you to have the damage over time from kills or contributions to kills. Your ultimate hunter is also going to be needed for that because your R is 113 seconds. Max level without anything added to it, no ability haste, is 75 seconds. It's still pretty long. So, let's do this. I'll show you all this. So, I fully stack all my runes, all of this. My R right now at max is 61 seconds. If I go the basic CDR build, so let's level up everything. And let's buy some items. You've got Dustblade, Cleaver because it's 30 ability haste, and let's go. Basic, the basic stuff that you go. Say we go Chemtrail Chainsword because it gives us 25 ability haste. And this one that gives 20 is not enough. But we go to like an Axe Mark and a Gilmoose Gustblade. My R right now is 28 seconds. That's pretty low. And if I get a kill, it's gonna reset by 6 seconds, and that's gonna put it down. Guarding of me wasting on the kill, which was probably like 4 or 5 seconds. Boom. you basically NR, that's basically a 15-second cooldown.
Secrets kept, our weapons
So quick
wasted.
combo. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. With Electrocute, I don't usually like running Duskblade, because you want a quick kill. So I like running Prowler's Claw.
Without a sound.
So Prowler's Claw EQ. Boom. Instantly just dealt all that damage.
Fool's master.
So simple, so simple but very satisfying. Let's go. Actually, I've already showed you all the stuff on that. Also, what you want to run is like a Transcendence, because level 11. So let's go in the count of you go level 5, you go level 8. You got 5 ability haste coming from that, 5 ability haste on level 8. Right now, on ability haste alone, I have 10 before I get any items, so to undo all the things I sold, I have 125 ability haste. That's half the cooldown on everything. But that had a really good cooldown. That's without me running any of that stuff. And at the same time, you look at how Transcendence works. Transcendence gives you, on champion cooldown, reduction of 20% of all the cooldowns on your stuff. So not only am I reducing everything by 56 seconds, but the minute I kill someone, that reduction on my W, I said non-champion if I'm correct, on cooldown of basic abilities, so your Q, your W, your E. Everything reduced by 20%. You just reduced all your WEQ by 70. Super resourceful. If you know if a game's gonna go out long enough, you go Gathering Storm. You know that they've got an enemy team, it's got light AP, run Nimbus, I think it's Nimbus Cloak. You'll run it so that you don't instantly get one shot by someone. So you have that last little bit. Also, if they've got a pretty big team that's AP, you'll run Amal Mortius. Well, Lifesteal isn't the main part of you be running it, it's just the AP shield so that you can go and do stuff. Let alone they buffed it so that you get more of an 80 ratio out of it. Let me swap over into the last rune set you can run on.
The unseen blade is the deadliest.
Now, others may run different. Now, this will be the other rune I will be using. Other rune, which is the one I use the most, is First Strike. Usually, people will run it in jungle, because jungle you're not having to worry about not hitting your First Strike first. On Zed, that's that. I like running it on Zed in general because it puts you further ahead on gold, puts you further ahead on items. Because each gold trait you're getting for it is very important.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Put yourself in lane. Actually, hold up.
The shadows have enlightened me.
I just have a basic longsword, a basic longsword start. I'll level myself up to 3. No minions. Oh, I put myself
Minions
before.
have spawned.
A basic trade with this, even if you don't go up for the auto, you just put yourself up 30 gold. That's like substantial. If you know you can get trades on someone, that is really, really good. So let's wait for first strike to come up again.
This is weakness.
Boom, 47 gold. You just put yourself up almost a cannon minion on gold, which is crazy. So you've already in these two trades got 96 gold. And that's just basic on that stuff. So let's go Prowlers. Stuff with damage. So full build. Also take into consideration you're running futures market. So you're going to be going into debt for gold. So you can get more items ahead. Let alone, you trade with this, you're instantly like getting yourself more ahead in gold, which makes up for some of the minions that you will be missing.
Not fear the shrouded
So let's do a full combo here. Boom. I just got 330 of full combo, full build. Which is crazy. $666. And that's full gold. Let alone, I just dealt with first strike alone 948. I've done 1,000. I've gotten 1,000 gold total. So, key thing with first strike is attacks or abilities against enemy champion within 0.25 seconds of entering champion combat grants 5 gold and first strike for 3 seconds, causing you to deal 9% extra damage against champions, granting 100% of melee damage. This isn't like ranged. Range GG 70%. So entering a combat, you already get 5 gold, which is pretty decent, saying that you have to farm up to even get gold. But you get 100% of that gold as 100% of that damage as gold. Major. 15 cooldown. 15 seconds. That is really good. So I highly recommend, if you've gotten fairly decent at Electrocute, to even run this. Because unlike Electrocute, where you gotta land 3 moves, you would literally just run this, boom, walk away, you got a gold from a trade. It's like so worth it. So worth it. And easy build, easy combo.
without a sound.
Also another thing, let me find it. I have it on the side. Okay, here we go. So, Dustblade. You can run this solely for the cooldown of Voorhees, since you're already running this. So now you've got 40% crit that causes Navorius to do its thing. Ravenous, add some gold, Cleaver, and then you go into, I believe the last item for this build is very situational. If they've got AP, you go Maw. If you need your R up as soon as you can, you go Axiom. E, if they've, of course, you got a shield team, you got serpents, vision team, you can still run an umbral glaive. Although late game, it's not too, doesn't provide too much, but it provides enough if they've got a lot of vision that you need in the end to secure kills. CC heavy team, you'll run a Silver Mirror Dawn, but usually you'll just run a Youmuu's because of the move speed it gives you.
Secrets kept
So,
our weapons
quick
wasted.
combo, WE, auto R, Q, auto E, let alone at level 18, your Q is 2 seconds, your E is 1.6 seconds, your W is 5.
Balance is
Bam. So good. Such a good build. Let alone, at this max rank, my R's 32 seconds.
tradition is the corpse of wisdom.
So that's the basis of the basics of the character. I will be releasing soon the wacky builds you can run on it. Eventually... Actually, no, before I go, another thing that you can do that I can teach you in the meantime. Let's clear all of them. Spawn in minions. Oh, I did not want to do this.
Turret plating will
I'm gonna
fall
have to
soon.
kill all the minions. 30 seconds take for them to get up here.
The truth lies in darkness.
Oh my god. You know what? Painstaking as it is, I'll probably edit it so that it goes faster here. Still fairly new to editing, by the way. Haven't done editing in quite a bit, so we'll get there. But basically, how you'll want to quickly clear minions. Something like that. Ravenous allows you to clear it very quickly.
The shadows have enlightened me.
You'll usually run it that. You'll either run it this way, or how I do it. It's very efficient for me. I'm not going to get the refund from the E, but as it comes down,
Brave the shadows.
your Q will come to both of them because they're all in a line still. So, like right here, they'll become right here. You'll hit all the ones in the row. Cannon minion comes down, you also clear it because it'll hit by all of them. Your Q will hit 2 times. And then the Ravenous will impact off of them about 4 times because it's doubling.
Balance is
And now you have everything cleared. So the wave comes in. Oh jeez. Another thing, Zeds usually just crash away, they don't really stay for stuff. If you cannot roam at all and their laner is not here, pick your W up and set it out there if you know he's coming. Come back after autoing it. Or, you know the jungler is going to be here. Auto. Walk away if he's coming up. Wait for the jungler to be here. W away. Or if you know you kill him. Say he's coming right here. Oh shit, he's right here. Boom. So that will be it for this video. I'll go into the next video with wacky builds you can do, and I'll go on a fresh account after the third video. The third video will be a little bit of a gameplay video where I show you how it works realistically. Or I'll just make it so that it's just, oh, I'm gonna play through a game, basic game against whatever this is, and I'll do videos from that and then on. So if you do somehow find this video off of YouTube, also remember, like and subscribe. Really helpful for me starting off with this account, starting off on this YouTube. I'll also tell you that I have a Twitch, so please, if you can, go to that one, follow, hit up with that, turn on notifications, also turn on notifications in YouTube. I'll go live. I've got a Discord that's also linked into here, so you can join the Discord. I'll also have notifications in there, but that'll be pretty much it for me. So I will see all of you in the next video. Peace!